All right, United States 2, Spain 1 in the quarterfinals of the Women's World Cup. And to be honest with you, I think everybody wanted to see, not everybody, but United States versus France in the semifinals, and that's what it's going to be. But taking a look at this game, traditionally, the United States has a flair for the offense. They know how to attack. They attack usually all the way going up the gut, kicking it out if they need to, looking for give and goes. Now, while the give and goes were there, the one thing the United States was not prepared for was for Spain to sit back, absorb the pressure, and then go on counterattacks. And they did a great job. Both teams lined up as a 4-3-3, but Spain had both their defensive and midfield lines sucked all the way back to the 18 for the majority of the time. No more than 5 yards between the two lines at any given time, unless they were on a counterattack. They didn't allow a lot of penetration down the lines. They hit really hard. When United States, they stayed very central in the middle of the defense. They kept it into a flat line, kind of a ball. But what they adapted, right? Because you have to understand, Spain loves possession. Spain only had 46% of the possession of this game, giving the lead percentage to United States. No one really expected that. I mean, it's possible, but no one really expected that. They not only did a good job of clogging all the middle lanes and slowing down the progress of the give and go attacks, so they forced the United States out wide to try to attack down the outside. But what you would see, it was like gnats. It was like mosquitoes. As soon as America gave one touch at the halfway line, one touch to the other player, they did a give and go pass. The player stuck with the United States offensive threat and then slid over from the midfield or defense. There was always two people hitting the Americans down the line. So then the United States felt like they had to force into the middle, but they weren't getting anything done in the middle. The middle was non-existent for the United States in this game. Spain unlocked the United States in this game. They did a great job. They figured out how to slow them down. Because they came in with all the momentum, they slowed us down. And then, so think about this. The game starts off, they didn't waste any time. It was about the 5th minute, there was a foul. The United States has fouled this, so they earn a penalty kick. Rapinoe hits up, smashes it in, right? Nothing exciting, but a penalty kick. But what was impressive was only 2 minutes later, in the 9th minute, they were ready. They were ready for the attack. Our keeper, the United States keeper, threw the ball to the defender. It was Soundbauer. And she turned it as if she had all the time in the world. And these are the mistakes that the United States was making prior to the World Cup. She turned as if she had all the time in the world, not worrying about someone on her back. Ball gets taken away. The keeper is not on her line. She's not back. Hermoso just hits it, right foot, upper V, right side, goal. It's a tie game at the 9th minute. This game proceeded grinding it out. Really, there wasn't even that many shots, which is rare for a United States game. Matter of fact, United States only had 12 shots, but what's unfortunate was that wasn't a clear indicator of how well they were playing. They had 12 shots, but only 3 of them were on target. Spain had 5 shots, only 1 on target. It was clear what Spain wanted to do. They kept their lines tight. They were going to play defensively, which I'm sure the United States did not plan for. I'm sure they caught them off guard because they fouled the United States 17 times in the game. That's compared to the United States only fouling 5 times. The United States wanted to keep moving fast. They wanted to work their way up the field. They wanted to get their mojo going. Spain wasn't having any of it. They slowed down all the momentum. And the real issue is the United States is going in to the semifinals of the World Cup, and France knows what happened to slow America down. So the question is, does the United States say we're still better than France, we're going to stick with our strategy, or do they prepare to counteract France moving to a defensive scheme? And will France even want to? Another thing, it was just every time they couldn't get down the middle, they went to the outside, Spain just collapsed on them. It was amazing. They rotated over to whatever side had the pressure while keeping the lines stacked by the 18-yard box. They did a good job. I have to give them credit. They switched their entire style for this game, and it almost worked. The United States ended up getting a second penalty kick in the 76th minute, making the 2-1 victory only penalty shots. Kind of wild. Not what I expected. Very proud of that Spain team. The United States eked it out just to move forward to play against France, the host team at home. It's gonna be a challenge. But some highlights of the game, I would say, for the most part, Dunn, great game. She was playing great. You know, Rapinoe, cold as ice, no pressure from the penalty spot. Credit there. I thought, to be honest, that Spain, while they were sitting back and keeping, you know, the majority of their numbers back, they were really good on their counterattack. I mean, they sat very patiently. The United States, I don't think they really knew what to do. And it was interesting, too, because in this game, you expected Spain to have the majority of the possession. But that goal, literally, that goal for Spain, passes it back to Sombauer. She gets robbed, pass it over to the top of the 18, bam! Hermoso just hit it in the right corner. We'll see. I'm very excited to see this tournament. Very, very excited tournament. Very, very good play. All right. Whoo!